You have to tailor make your own success story. You have to tailor make your own way how you improve in any area of your life. Hello, everybody. So, today we are going to speak about speaking, about public speaking, and about the fact that no matter how many courses you're going to take, no matter how many mentors you're going to have on public speaking, or basically on any external skill that you'll have to do, but if you're not going to be aligned within, if you're not, and I'm not talking about woo-woo stuff, alignment, I'm talking about knowing who you truly are and knowing why are you actually wanting to take that course on that public speaking, on that sales techniques, on that whatever it might be, trading. Why do you want it? Because the intention behind everything shapes and kind of predicts what kind of result are we going to get. If we're not really sure why we're getting the course, we might not as well be sure that we're going to finish it or that it's going to be successful. And so I want to, in this video, just raise awareness on how in anything we want to, succeed in, how in anything we do, it's so, so freaking important to first be okay with ourselves and to first be actually our best friends. Because how can you expect to be supported by someone that is having negative talk, by someone that is doubting yourself, by someone that is trying to self sabotage or rather just sabotage you? How would you actually expect yourself to be successful? And these things are all in our subconscious mind. And these things are all invisible. And that's why I'm making this video, so that we can make it visible and put it into the surface and make it finally exposed. Once you put a light on that thing that has been sabotaging you, that has been making you avoid from situations or from opportunities that would benefit you, that's just your subconscious mind. That's just your belief that needs to be addressed. It's just an old script that should have been in the trash bin like few years. That was the first best time to throw it away. The second best time is today. So we're gonna take a look at it. And let me give you an example to walk you through this whole topic. Or you can also put it into your own life, on relationships, on communication, on whatever it is, on freaking cooking, on teaching, on learning, studying, anything. I'm gonna choose public speaking because this is directly connected with me. And yeah, so let's get into it. So, when it all started, let me tell you a little story. So, when I first like noticed myself that I have been struggling with speaking in front of people was, of course, in my, I would say, like high school, something like that. Um but why am I actually starting there? Well, because there is the elementary school and the high school, and especially like your upbringing from your parents and from um, anyone that you deem as authority. These people have the largest influence over you, because anything that they say you believe is law, you believe is true, because you're dependent on them, you have to believe them. And so these people might say some limiting beliefs around you. And unfortunately, as it is a law in that moment, we tend to believe it unconditionally too. Until, for myself, maybe in some high school situation or in some even college situation, I would be met with anxiety, with sweating palms, with me being absolutely like full of adrenaline, but like that bad adrenaline, that adrenaline that kind of crashes just before my name would be set in that line, so that I would just go and go in front of the class and just deliver some presentation. And I would be still repeating this, and always I would be rehearsing more and more. That was like my first response to this. I would be rehearsing. I would be trying to, go on YouTube. Like, what do we do when we don't really know what to do with ourselves, with our skill? We go on YouTube. We go and get some courses. So I went to do all of this. I practiced the skills that were just the skills outside of me, but I didn't practice it as a part of me. I wasn't actually allowing myself to become, alongside with these skills, a better person. I wasn't allowing because my belief systems weren't really allowing to do that. Because what I would, if I applied all the skills, and if I would be absolutely on top of everything that I've learned, that would mean that I'm not very fearful of other people's judgment. That would mean that I'm absolutely calm and relaxed in front of authorities. That would also mean that I'm absolutely okay with not being perfect. Like, these beliefs were in me. I had to be perfect because of one or two or maybe multiple, sentences that I heard from when I was in elementary school, when I was a child. Because why? Because children usually want to please others, because they need to feel the love, because they need to feel like they belong, because that means survival for them. And so I was that kind of child. I needed to people please, and I needed to not disappoint anyone. And so that would be in conflict with my belief. If I would have the skill set and I would be absolutely crushing and enjoying my presentation, I would not be, in accordance with my beliefs. And that never happens. You will never ever, like, you will never experience a situation where something happens and you don't believe that. Of course, when someone says something stupid and you're like, I don't believe that. Anything that happens in our lives it's a reflection of our beliefs. The people that you meet, the respect, how worthy you are, the amount of financial freedom you have, that's also a direct reflection of what you believe about yourself, how abundant you can be. You can take 20 courses of how to speak perfectly, how to whatever, how to date perfectly, how to eat clean. But if you're not having this identity, or if you're not having this belief systems that you deserve to have better body, that you deserve to have better performances when it comes to delivering a presentation, when it comes to dating better people, it will never happen. And why? Because the reality equals our beliefs. Like, in any way I want to not believe this, as I see my world, as I see my life, and as I see other people believe in crazy things, and these crazy things are happening to them. And I myself also believe crazy things, and some of things are starting to happen. It's just really about adjusting our inner world in order to reflect. It's literally a reflection. It's like a mirror. Anything that happens in your life is a feedback of how well you're aligned. So, of course, I was feeling even worse because now, next to the text, I had to rehearse and I had to remember. Now I had another bunch of things that I had to remember: how to position my voice, the speed of my talking, how my head should be tilted or not tilted, how should I be standing, my body posture, my hands. What should I do with my hands? Should I have a freaking paper in my hands? Or I was like, why am I putting more work in this? And why is it worse? Because now I had this even bigger resistance. Now I saw myself that I'm working hard to be relaxed. Well, how can you work hard to be relaxed? Isn't being relaxed just being relaxed? Like allowing things to go at ease? That's why I would then switch onto another like tactic, I would say. And that was just pull it out of your head on the spot. Like do it just very like don't care. Like do not care. And that would be also a bad idea because why? In both of these situations and the ways I wanted to make things work, I was looking outside. I was looking at other people, what worked for other people. Not 1 minute or not 1 second that I would be thinking about what truly works for me and what truly who am actually, why am I doing these things? Why am I behaving? Why my palms get sweaty? Why my voice gets a little bit shaky when I'm talking over 10 minutes? Why is that happening? No, I was just slapping it all with patches for YouTube videos, with freaking like relax, do it all, spontaneously, like try to improvise there. That just wouldn't work for me. And that's also a huge thing and a little mindset shift to accept that usually the things that worked for others will might work for us, but it always have to be adjusted a little bit because it will never ever be like one size fits all. It's always going to it will have to be tailor made. So you have to tailor made your own success story. You have to tailor made your own way how you improve in any area of your life. And I just wanted to raise the importance of self discovery. I wanted to raise the importance of self reflection, of sitting down and literally being with yourself in silence, as I always do. And I love the benefits out of it, even though that it might feel that it's not productive. There are huge things happening, but we just don't really see it in that moment. But maybe sometimes you can see and you can feel the shifts as you think through stuff, as you journal through your own situations, that you really are starting to shift a little bit. And it's such an amazing thing to see yourself doing that, like you're literally there doing it just because you want to, just because you put some effort in it. And so many amazing results can go out of just this little effort that has to be definitely consistent. And so, yeah, um, when I realized this, when I sat down and I was like, okay, like I'm just so overwhelmed. this doesn't work, that doesn't work. Am I ever going to go in front of people and speak, and feel good? Like I would have some moments that I would make it nice, it would be a good presentation. But I was feeling so bad. Like I was feeling really like as if people were trying to catch my next mistake, or as I would be just on the edge of making the mistake, but making it somehow. But I didn't know how, but somehow making it. And that wasn't a sense of control, that was just sense of like surrounding, but no, no, not surrounding. It's a different word. Surrender. It was just a sense of surrender, but into something that can betray me. Like when you have the sense of surrendering, like, okay, things are just falling on place, everything is well. But this was different. This was like, okay, I surrender. I don't trust that, but I kind of don't know how to do it anyways. So yeah, just surrendered and put the control or the sense of control to, I don't know what, like chance, let's say. So yeah, and it wasn't a good feeling neither. So even though you perform well, the most important thing is how you feel, not how you perform really. Because you can still perform amazingly. You can be better than others. But if you feel miserable, what's the point? It has no value. Why? Because people might be clapping for you. They might be celebrating you, putting your name on the top of magazines. But it's your life. So what's the point? So yeah, that's why I always love to come back just to ourselves, to really setting and aligning everything, the values, the things we believe, our desires, and what we do, and then acting, and then building something, and then deciding. Because then your decisions are solid and sound and reflect what you believe, who you are, where you want to go, and not just being all over the place. All right, and now you can be like, okay, but did it work? And I also wouldn't really know if I wouldn't have this opportunity to talk in front of, it was like 300 people, and we would be there for 30 minutes talking in front of people. I don't know, there might be very much like authority figures in this audience, and alongside with some students, alongside their parents, and very very like people that I would definitely, if I would be asked to do it like few years back, I would be definitely focusing on that. Oh, they want to catch my next mistake. Oh, they want to see me fail. Oh, they don't trust that I'm qualified to do this presentation, whatever. Well, as I was asked, I felt excitement, but that healthy kind of excitement. And when we went to, do the presentation, it was it was like a play. And that's when I felt within me the feedback. On that same university where my palms were sweaty, where my voice was shaking, when my hands were like, okay, I don't know if I'm able to freaking like um put enter on the keyboard, as my hands were like shaky and just very much chaotic. I would be there relaxed, breathing deeply, looking and maintaining the contact with those authorities, and I would be having fun. And let me tell you that this is something that I cannot really like put words into. How freeing is this? The mental prison that you created is 100% able to be adjusted, dissolved, whatever you choose. That's the thing. Whatever you want to do to your mindset, to your behavior, to your subconscious mind, it is completely up to you because it's all in your hands. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the life, we are the responsible ones for our own lives. And so this realization really made me to sit down and talk about it because I really, this is how you can change. This is the power you can have if you allow yourself to have that power. And I believe that you have it. So, yeah, I hope that you taken something out of this video. And if you want to dive a little deeper into this topic or into any other topic that you're currently trying to improve, focus, the main area of your life that needs the improvement, go ahead and let's talk about it on the call. If you see there is a link under this video, if you see the link on the call, go ahead and book a call. We can talk through it, see if we can work this thing out. If not, you'll still leave with clarity, more confidence, and your next steps. So, yeah, loved to talk to you guys. Actually, my little camera. And yeah, see you, talk to you very soon. Stay awesome, keep going, stay hydrated. Bye.